Hi guys, so last week on my Instagram, what is it, only last week, feels like so long ago, you may have noticed that I shared quite a lot of photos of my traveller's notebook or my Fodori or whatever you guys like to call them. I went on holiday. John and I, we just went on holiday for a midweek break to Cornwall here in the UK, and I always take art supplies away with me, and I always take a journal and a planner away with me. And I recently made the switch, as you know, that I recently got the Webster's Pages traveller's notebooks, and I made the switch to putting both my planner and my journal into one. I previously had my journal in a Fodori from Lyra & Co on Etsy, but yeah, I moved into this little beauty, and so yeah, I only had to take the one book away with me, although I did end up taking some other papers away with me, like some watercolour paper and stuff, but that's another story. Yeah, so I ended up taking my traveller's notebook away with me, and I ended up doing a little photo series, and I ended up hashtagging it as Dory the Explorer, because that's now her name. Her name is Dory, and she's Dory the Explorer. And it all started off with a photo that I took in the car, and it went from there really. And I thought I would just do a little bit of a kind of a catch up for you, and sort of like more kind of talking about it in a video format for those of you who don't have Instagram or just fancied a recap on Dory the Explorer. So yeah, as I said, it started with a trip in the car, because obviously if you are going on a trip anywhere, it usually involves some sort of travel. And so the first photo was just literally I took, and I just, you know, John was driving, so don't worry, John was driving, and I just put, when you're travelling, you take your traveller's notebook, right? And that is what sparked kind of the rest of the photo series. I kind of wanted to show you guys and hopefully provide some inspiration on how you could use your journals and planners on the go, and to try and show a traveller's notebook in its true capacity of being a travel companion, and to document your travels and your life and all of that kind of stuff. So that was the kind of like the intention behind the series, and I had a real blast doing it as well, so I hope you enjoyed seeing my photos. I'm not the world's best traveller. I do tend to get a little bit bored when I'm in the car, but I do also get a little bit travel sick as well, like, so I can't read and I can't really look at my phone or anything like that. But I did kind of get a few stickers out and put a few stickers into my books, and I took another photo, and yeah, John was basically laughing at me because he was like, "You'll have your stickers out at every opportunity," and he just thought it was like really funny that I was travelling in a car and I had my notebook with me and a load of stickers, and I thought that was just too cute not to share, that I was like got it all on my lap. But to be fair, it stops with the "oh, we're nearly there yet" every 5 minutes, because I do have a tendency to do that. And then yeah, we got to where we're going. We got to the hotel room, and I just really like taking creative shots of notebooks and planners and things. I don't know why. And yeah, I just the hotel we stayed at is quite arty, and they do have an art gallery and stuff in there, and they don't have like just your typical white bed sheets. They have like kind of like colourful pops of colour and stuff, and I just loved the cushions and things in the room, and I was like, oh, I've just got to take a picture of my traveller's notebook on these amazing sheets. Yeah, just because. So I then kind of started to journal in my journal, and I wanted to kind of provide like little snippets of what I was doing and how I was documenting. And I am going to do a separate video because it was my birthday week, and I'm going to do a separate video on what I was very kind enough to be given for my birthday. And one of the things that John gave me, and he gave it to me right at the beginning of the week because he thought that I would like to use it that week, and he was so right, and that was a Polaroid zip printer. You may know at Christmas I got a Polaroid snap camera. I did take that with me as well, and I'll talk all about that in a separate video because I don't want this video to be all about that. But I wanted to basically kind of show you what we were up to that week and kind of documenting and showing you how I was kind of documenting and journaling about my week. And so I had all my stuff spread out on the bed of the hotel room, and I was just catching up from the day before, because the day before we had a family meal all together. It was my birthday the week before, and it was my sister-in-law's birthday the week before that. And so the Sunday in the middle was kind of like in the middle of our 2 birthdays. So we had a big family meal and stuff, and I just wanted to kind of journal and catch up. So catching up on the day of travelling and all that kind of journaling. And I had everything spread out on the bed, and I just kind of took another kind of creative photo of showing my mess and what I was up to and everything. And just kind of like detail shots, because I think it's quite nice to provide detail shots as well when you can, so that people can kind of see what you're up to. And so I was just kind of showing, using my Polaroid zip to take a photo from my phone, and also some washi tape and stickers and what do they call them? The enamel dots, that's it. Enamel dots, which I'm kind of a bit obsessed with at the moment. Yeah, to kind of like create like a nice little, like almost like a mini scrapbook, I want to say, but kind of like, it's my journal, so it's just my journal for me. And just kind of, yeah, basically just showing people, you know, what I've been up to, and both in my journal and in my planner. And most, yeah, just kind of just like little details, elements and that kind of thing. And it kind of really enjoyed showing you guys what I was up to. On the second day, we went for a really long walk. We went to a place called Pedrosan Steps, which is absolutely beautiful. If you're ever in Cornwall and you've never been, go, it's beautiful. And I took my journal along with me. I decided to, I mean, even though we were going on a walk and we had a backpack with like our water in it and waterproofs and all that kind of stuff, I decided I wanted to take my traveller's notebook with me. Depends on what we're doing. I don't always take a notebook and stuff with me, because particularly if you're going on a long walk, it can be really heavy. But I decided it was an absolutely beautiful day. The sun was really shining and it was warm, and I thought it would be a really nice idea to sit on the beach and do some journaling. So I took my journal with me, and it's a traveller's notebook. It's meant to be travelled with. So I thought it'd be really nice to kind of show some shots of having a traveller's notebook out in the wild with you, travelling with you, doing the whole traveller's notebook travel thing. And yeah, so beautiful scenery with planners. And then I shared a couple of photos of my view of the painting that I did when I was on the beach. I made myself, I will do a setup video, another video on the setup of my traveller's notebook, so you can see what it kind of looks like inside. But I basically had some watercolour paper with me, and also a watercolour palette that I'd made from the Peerless watercolours. Again, I'll do another video on all of that. And so it was really transportable, really easy to take with me. I literally, everything I needed was inside the one traveller's notebook, and that was it. That was all I needed with me. So it was really, really easy. And it was such a beautiful day, I decided to do a little bit of a watercolour painting. Now, I'm not a landscape artist at all. It's not, I enjoy doing it, but I don't do it that often, and so I need a lot more practice at it. But I just, I wanted to kind of show you that, to talk about that doesn't matter. For me, capturing a the scenery around you is more about, even if it's not 100% accurate, even if it's kind of a little bit of what's in the scenery but not quite put together right, for me documenting that in my journal is about capturing the spirit of the place and the emotion and how you feel at the time about being there, rather than the accuracy of the landscape in general. So yeah, my watercolour painting wasn't very accurate, but I don't care because I just really enjoyed doing it. I was in a really happy place, really enjoyed sitting on the beach, journaling. I don't really care that it's not very accurate, because for me it's just all about the memories and capturing that and just being in my happy place. So yeah, just that's what I was trying to kind of encourage you to do with your traveller's notebooks by sharing these photos. It's kind of like, you don't have to be the best artist or whatever, you just got to use it and have fun and practice with it and travel with your traveller's notebook and just do stuff in it to record those memories and what you got up to and your thoughts and feelings and all that kind of stuff. So then back at the hotel, did another couple of photos, just another like couple of creative photos, and just showing you some of my journaling again for the day. And then the next morning I took the traveller's notebook to breakfast with us and took a photo at breakfast, and we were just basically talking about what we wanted to do that day and kind of working out what we wanted to do. And so it seemed like a really good idea to take my notebook with me down to breakfast, and we had a really leisurely breakfast, beautiful scenery. Yeah, just had a nice leisurely breakfast. We were talking about what we wanted to do that day, where we wanted to go, and just kind of jotted some notes down into my notebook. And again, as I said, this is what I wanted to do, was kind of show you how to incorporate, because a lot of people don't always know what to use notebooks for, when to use notebooks or journals. Just use them for everything. Jot your ideas down, jot your notes down, put your journaling in it, put your art journaling in it, your scrapbooking, your memories, just whack it all in the same book. It doesn't matter. And that's kind of what I was trying to do, is like just show you with this series of like, you can use it for everything. Yeah, so then we did decide to go out and about, and yeah, we just my notebook came with me. We just went everywhere, absolutely everywhere. We went on some nice walks, and we discovered new places, and I did some more painting at the beach, and just generally had a really good time. And I have been going to Cornwall ever since I was a child. I used to go with my parents, and then John and we have been going for years and years and years. But there are loads of places that we haven't been to and just haven't explored. We tend to go to the same kind of beaches all the time, and we tend to normally go in good weather. So we tend to just usually head to like Watergate or Fistral or Polzeath, spend time on the beach and go surfing. Going in the winter is a little bit different. It meant that we kind of felt as though we could go out and explore more and go on walks and not necessarily be restricted to just sitting on the beach. So that was really nice. Donned our wellies and our waterproofs, and I mean, it was nice weather, and just went for walks. And for Christmas, John bought me the Wild Guide, it's called, and it includes Devon, Somerset and Cornwall. And that was really nice, because we found some places in there that we'd never been to before. And basically wherever we went, I literally had the Wild Guide with me and my traveller's notebook, and we were kind of making notes on where we were going and what we were seeing and what we were exploring. Yeah, and it was just really nice to explore new areas, but also to jot them down and write about it and where you've seen and all that kind of stuff. I even took my traveller's notebook to dinner. We had we had a really relaxed meal one night at Fistral Beach. There's a really nice pizza restaurant, and it's really nice there. and John was vlogging the entire trip, and I'll pop a link below to John's channel. John vlogged the entire trip, and he had a lot of footage that he wanted to edit and stuff, and you know, we'd spent all day with each other, it's fine. So he was just editing some of his stuff on his phone, and I ended up taking my journal and doing a bit of journaling over dinner, and we just had a really nice relaxed kind of meal. He was editing, I was journaling, we were at a restaurant. It was nice, it was just nice, kind of, you know, we'd spent all day together, we talked all day together. It was just kind of nice just to chill out and kind of have some dinner, have a nice drink, watch the sunset, and just kind of do our own little journaling and creative thing, and that's cool. So on was it the last day? No, this the penultimate day. The weather wasn't so great, so we weren't really able to do that much out and about. We did manage to go for a few, like a couple of little walks, and we did get very wet. John's also a journaler, and he gave me permission to share a couple of his photos as well. And yeah, he's a journaler, and he just uses a very plain, very boring looking notebook. Serves the purpose for him though, and he loves it, but he did covet the Traveller's Notebook, so I'm thinking of maybe getting him one for his birthday because he did really like it. But I did inspire him to start printing some photos as well. So he started printing photos, and he's now adding them to his journal, because previously his journal has just all been writing. So it was really nice to kind of get John in on the journaling action as well. He did say that he might do another video on his journaling, if I can persuade him to. He has done one in the past on my channel, and I did sort of see if I could persuade him to do another one. He did seem sort of open to that, so we'll see. But yeah, so he was really kind and letting us see his photos and everything. So that's pretty much it for Dory the Explorer and her travels. I hope you enjoyed this roundup, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all my videos. I hope it's kind of inspired you in some way. That's what I was trying to do, is inspire you to just use your journal and use your notebook for everything, for notes, for plans, for documenting your life, just for everything basically. So you don't have to go on grand explorations to Thailand or backpacking in Nepal or wherever. Just, it is a traveller's notebook. It can be versatile and go with you, but it doesn't have to. Just use it, just record all your life in there, and just get it all in there, get it all done, and have fun with it is what I think. So there we go. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.